Now, policing certainly isn't easy, especially in South Africa, but there are still those officers who go the extra mile and excel. The SAPS in Kwazulu-Natal is today honouring its top achievers for their hard work and dedication. Desan Tatia joins us now live from Durban, where that event is about to take place. Desan, let's prove all those people who say that we never cover positive news about police officers wrong. Tell me exactly who we're going to see get these awards and what constitutes as the extra mile when you're police.
Well, Shahan, I'll tell you this much. The police officers that are behind arranging this event tell me that they are sworn to secrecy, and I'm going to have to stick it out until the end to see exactly who gets those awards. But I must just tell you something, and I'll show you this while I'm telling you. This is completely unusual for me because I've seen so many of the people that are in this shot now on the field over the past year and the years before that. But I can tell you this much, they clean up really, really well. There are so many of them that I didn't recognize. They normally in their police uniform, they in their jumpsuits, and I walked past a few of them, and it shows that they definitely do have this other side as well. Shahan, I'm joined now by the Provincial Commissioner. He's just come in here. Lieutenant General Kamkosi Chula, thank you for joining me so much. So, our anchor Shahan was saying that it's so great to see police officers being honored for their work. What to you constitutes an officer going above and beyond their duties?
This is a very important day to us and for the members of the South African Police Service in this province. This is one of the initiatives that we are putting in place on a yearly basis, where we're identifying some pockets of excellence and ensuring that the unsung heroes get recognition. So tonight we are recognizing the outstanding performance of at least 66 different categories. These are members that have stood out above the rest. These are the members that have outstanding performance, members who have performed and achieved certain successes beyond the call of their own duties.
So what would then make one of those members be eligible for an award like this? I mean, beyond tonight's event, you also want to inspire other police officers that may not be honored tonight. What is it, very briefly, could you say, are the characteristics that you're looking for?
The characteristics vary from issues of commitment, discipline, productivity, and also demonstrating leadership skills amongst the members that are at different levels, and also leading by example and ensuring that we are actually contributing in flying the flag of the South African Police Service high. This is what these members have been doing, but productivity has really been key.
PC, I know that many of you are telling me that you've sworn to secrecy about exactly who it is that's going to appear on that stage, but just talk to me about some of the instances that you've seen over the year where you've seen your officers actually live out what it is that you're talking about.
Yeah, we can cite a number of examples. The most recent examples, everybody is aware of a shootout that occurred in the Westville, in the post office between our members and the suspects there. The bravery that the members demonstrated there, it is something that is worthy of being commended. We are also aware of an incident which took place in the Gina's shopping mall, where some robbers got into a shootout with our members. Unfortunately, at least 9 of them could not make it, and they lost their lives, and 1 arrest was made. But we have to commend those efforts because none of our members actually got injured. So that operation was executed with military precision. So as recently as yesterday, an armed robbery that took place in Harding, in one of the shops that is there, and the swift reaction of our members led to the arrest of six suspects who were caught committing a house robbery there. And another group of 4 that fled were also intercepted on the R56 in the Umlazi Road junction and also arrested. It led to a total of suspects arrested, with 5 firearms that were removed from them, and the cash that was stolen from that shop was confiscated, and the airtime vouchers were returned.
PC, you mentioned it just now, but I just want to touch on this as well. Is this also an opportunity to remember some of your officers that had been struck in the line of duty that aren't here to basically be at these awards because they were killed by criminals?
Yes, we also cannot forget about the efforts that were actually made by those members who could not live long enough to be with us today. But we are aware and we recognize their efforts as well in ensuring that our picture in this province improves. And we're also aware that we still have serious challenges, especially when it comes to contact crimes and the trail crimes. But we can already say that there is a glimmer of hope. And we can attribute all this to the individual efforts, because it's about everybody playing his own role, because we need all hands on deck.
And lastly, you know, when we think of police officers, we think of those men and women that are traveling in the bakkies doing visible policing. But there are so many units in the SAPS. I mean, we see recently you've got your search and rescue unit, you've got your K9 unit, and so on. The very specialized units. Is there going to be a fair representation here tonight in terms of the awards that are given out, so that everyone in all of those units that we may not often see are recognized?
That became very important for us, because you'll remember that we have just more than 23,000 members in this province. However, when it came to formulating a criteria, we had to ensure that we choose the cream of the crop. But at the same time, we want to say to those that are not going to emerge as winners tonight, it's not because their own efforts are not being recognized, but it is just that the criteria that we used was so tough, and we only selected the cream of the crop. But at the same time, we are trying to reinforce and incentivize every other member to ensure that we strive towards performance excellence in this province, and that we turn the situation around and make our communities safer.
Thank you very much. Provincial Commissioner, Lieutenant General Kwazulu-Natal, thank you for your time. Shahan, that was the Provincial Commissioner just telling us that there are about 66 categories, so there'll be lots of awards that will be handed out, and just giving a word of inspiration to those that didn't make it here, saying that they can still get some of these awards, even if it's not this year, but they need to then show some of those values that they're looking for in the SAPS. But I think most importantly, a hint there, Shahan, the Provincial Commissioner talking about those police officers that we saw in that shootout in Westville. That video went viral, and it really just showed the public some of the bravery that is displayed by the men and women in blue.